Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Right now, a lot is happening in Rivers State and is bringing cause for concern to top stakeholders, top elder statesmen, and they are not hiding it at all as they realize whatever that is happening in Rivers State is going to blossom and escalate to Niger Delta region as a whole. And hence, they are writing not just an open letter, but they are on 5 different persons, the likes of CJN herself and the IGP of police, the 27 lawmakers, Wike himself, and some other top members in Rivers State. Hear them as they list out the underground moves going on right now, and this must be checked to curb whatever escalations of crisis that is about to begin. Before we go to the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, according to the news, now hear what Pa and this is what he said. I sincerely apologize should this letter cause you any form of embarrassment, especially because it was only not too long ago that I wrote an open letter to congratulate you on your appointment as the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, and to call your kind attention and urgent action to salvage our judicial system from hijackers and moneybags who are bent on using our common patrimony to oppress and intimidate citizens, especially the case of Rivers State. The Rivers State crisis, which has engulfed the entire state and even parts of the Niger Delta region, does not seem to be abating. Firstly, I wish to commend your immediate action of setting up a panel of the National Judicial Council to probe the judges involved in the various cases in Rivers State. I also wish to commend you for summoning the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court for questioning. These, I must say, are all moving in the right direction. I am sure the panel is about to submit its report to you, if it has not already done so, because we read from the news that the panel was to submit its report in 1 week. Also, there seemed to be some light in the dark tunnel. For instance, we heard of the heartwarming judgment in the case of a former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Walter Onnoghen. I had written about the unfair and unjust treatment meted out to him in his memoirs. Brutally frank, I thank God that I have been vindicated. What Nigeria needs right now is a strong structure, a nation with rules that will bind everybody, no matter who is involved. Today, people use public money to intimidate and harass people, to coerce them to do their bidding because they are in a position where they have the opportunity to control the funds. For instance, governors do not have roles in building houses. For judges, this ought to be the duty of the National Judicial Council, NJC, because if this is allowed, such governors or persons will see themselves as being in a position to control the body. This is exactly the feeling and thinking of the majority of Nigerians today with the actions of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, who just took it upon himself to build houses for judges in the nation's capital. Already it is alleged that he has a strong grip on the nation's judiciary. Unfortunately, your lordship was seen taking part in the commissioning of the takeoff of the project. This ought not to be so. Growing up, I witnessed when judges were hardly seen in public or involved in socializing. I am privileged by the grace of God to have known about most of the CJNs, from Adetokunbo, Ademola, Teslim, Elias, Atanda Williams, George Soinde, Sowemimo, Ayo Irekefe, and Mohammed Bello, just to name a few. This is not to say judges should live in seclusion, but it is so that they will not be unnecessarily exposed to doing things not in tandem with their professional ethics, that they are not pushed to delivering compromising or patronizing judgment. My Lord, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, need I remind you of the popular English jurist William Blackstone's formulation, which states that it is better that 10 guilty persons escape than one innocent suffers. Unfortunately, today, one is shocked to read and hear the kind of judgment being churned out by some of our judges. Although these ones are few, their actions have an ugly dent on the entire judiciary. It is particularly worrisome that, from the look of things, some judges have been reserved for River State cases, and when these courts handle a matter, even a non-lawyer can rightly predict where the pendulum will swing. I urge you, my dear CJN, once again to write your name in gold. This is a lifetime opportunity to say no to transactional judgment. I want to repeat that the case delivered by Justice James Omotosho in River State in suit number FAC/ABJ/CS/1613/2023 was fraudulent because the former Speaker, Right Honorable Martin Semehile, and the 27 other defectors did not inform the court of their defection from PDP to APC, an action that made them lose their seat at the River State House of Assembly immediately and automatically on 11 December 2023, when they announced and displayed their defection, were no longer members of the House from the 11th of December, and the case in Justice Omotosho's court died a natural death from that date till today. But defecting to another political party other than that which sponsored them to the House, Right Honorable Amehile and the 27 other members immediately and automatically lost their seats. There are no two ways about it. Section 109, subsection 1G of the 1999 Constitution is very clear on it. The Minister of the FCT, Wike, who today is alleged to be the sponsor of most of the cases in River State, boasted that he has the best lawyers, shouted his voice hoarse when people like Engineer Dave Umahi, then Governor of Ebonyi State, and others defected from PDP to APC. Why is he singing a new song today? Has the constitution he was quoting then changed? Strangely and interestingly, the former Speaker Martin Semehile and his 27 other colleagues who defected and who no longer have the local standing or capacity to reinstate an action as members of the House of Assembly in accordance with Section 109, subsection 1G of the 1999 Constitution as amended, went to another court in suit number FAC/ABJ/CS/1681/2023, not through the ongoing case of Justice Omotosho, and then sued INEC and other bodies in the Court of Justice Donatus Okorowo on Monday, 13 December 2023. For some reasons best known to his lordship, he cooperated with them, including that as presiding judge over a matter, he directed INEC not to take any further action as a result of the defection of the non-existing plaintiffs. This is quite baffling. Thereafter, he was promoted to the Federal Court of Appeal and handed over the case to Justice Peter Lifo, who later abandoned the case and proceeded on his annual vacation. Justice Lifo returned to Abuja on the 29th of October 2024 and went to court for the first time on 30th October 2024. But the plaintiff, headed by the former Speaker Martin Semehile, who was also the #1 plaintiff in Justice Omotosho's case, court on behalf of the other co-defectors, deposed to an affidavit in paragraph 9 in Justice Okorowo's court, where he admitted that he and his 27 other colleagues had defected to APC because of problems or various disagreements in the PDP, but they then failed to realize that it is what you said during the defection on 11 December 2023 that is the material and not what you said later. It is a very serious offense indeed for any Nigerian under the Constitution to lie under the oath, which he takes as permitted by the law. The naked meaning for lying on oath is perjury, and the police must call such a criminal and the defaulter to order. But no, because Nyesom Wike is above the law, he is untouchable. He will make inflammatory statements on live television and other forms of media, yet nothing happens to him. The perjury case arose as a result of the inconsistency in the fact deposed in the affidavit. These are the words of elder statesman Pa Edwin Clark. My colleague is in the house. Briefly, what do you make of all of this?
Well, this issue has been overflogged for a period of time now, and unfortunately, it seems as though nobody's doing anything about it. Repeatedly, Kekerekun, who is a CJN, has been called upon, and all of these things were specially kept before her. But unfortunately, it seems as though it's like nobody is giving consideration to it. Unfortunately, the society will find ourselves, as far as people believe that the best reward for their character is finance. So anybody who can pay the piper can detect the tune. We have seen already with doubt, just like what he had pointed out. You can easily predict what the future will look like, as it has to do with reverse state. A lot of people are making noise now, person way no road and all of that. But the question is, are we following the law and all of that? Whatever that will happen,